All right, all right. I think we're ready. I think we're ready for this. We're 2 days through free agency. Let's do a mock draft. Oh man, what's crack-a-lackin' is your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know. So while y'all are here, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, please. Let's try to get this sucker to 100 likes tonight or something like that. Let's go with 100. Let's shoot high. Let's shoot for 100. We get that. I would like that, please, and thank you. If you don't know what we're doing tonight, we're doing Walk the Mock, where you select a team and you're going to be drafted against us, real life people. Ain't that cool? Ain't that dope? I like it. I think it's fun. But if you don't know, the code's already out there. We already got some people joining teams. So I'm all for it. I'm ready for it. Let's do this sucker tonight. Anyway, Walk the Mock. If you want to participate in one of these streams, you got to be a premium member at Walk the Mock. Use the link in the description of this stream. Become a premium member at Walk the Mock. Use promo code Broshmo. Gets you 20% off. And you can partake in one of these streams of ours. That's right. Where we talk crap about each other's picks. It's always just a good time. I think so. Let me go ahead and say hi to the chat. Hopefully chat's having a great day. Let's see. Got the Twitter open just in case any news funnels through. But please, if you want to catch my attention at Broshmo in the chat, highlights my name. That way I can address your chat, your comment. You could always super chat. It's a great way to support the channel. It's much appreciated, much obliged. If you invest in me, then darn right, the very least I can do is read your stinking comment. But man, dude, I dropped my little free agent grade video, and within minutes, freaking Daniil Hunter signs. Ain't that sucker wild? Within minutes, Daniil Hunter decides, hey, I think I want to be a Houston Texan. Freaking wild. What's also wild is this wide receiver market's getting no action. It was like all the teams were like, man, no Michael Pittman, no Mike Evans, T. Higgins, we got to trade for? I don't want Calvin Ridley. I don't want Hollywood Brown. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll pick up tomorrow. Maybe the receiver market will pick up tomorrow. Austin Hooper expected to sign with the Patriots on a 1-year deal. That's the newest news that has come in, at least, from what I've seen. But we got about 6 minutes till this. We got plenty of teams that are wide open here. Wide open. Tristan in the chat. Oh, I'm dying. Tristan in the chat says, "What are the Dolphins' next move?" I'm hoping something low budget because we can't afford much. We can't afford much. Luckily, next year we will be able to move cap quite a bit with some restructures, but I don't know what our next move is, man. I mean, getting Poyer was kind of huge. We could go out, maybe get. Trying to think of a corner I might want. So funny that no corner comes to mind. Got Mail. I'm just call you Mail. Yeah, not gonna lie, Titans are cooked. I don't know. I think the Titans have had a fine free agency. Zachary says, I personally feel like teams rather just draft a receiver than pay. It's such a deep class. I agree. Steelers had an okay day. I mean, we were talking about value for Deontay Johnson, and He ended up being cheaper than I expected. All right, so don't really see any new signings as of right now. Willie Gay going to the Saints. That's interesting. I thought he was going to get paid more than that, man. Because what? It's like 1 year, 4 million, 4.5 million, something like that. That was a little shocking. That was a little shocking. Oh man, I got a couple of requests from y'all. We got a little less than 4 minutes. We still got some teams available, so hop in here, select a team. Also, go ahead, hit that thumbs up, please, and thank you. Do you know what team has the most first and second round picks? I imagine it's like the Packers and Eagles. They have like three the first 2 rounds. Seahawks make me having a stroke. Well, they ain't got a lot of money to work with, bud. Jacob, he's like, what free agents do you think the Chargers would pursue once they clear the cap? Well, they're gonna have to clear the cap tomorrow. Oh shoot, man. Let me go ahead to my free agent board. Oh, that ain't it. That ain't it. There it is. All right, so Chargers. I mean, the running back market's kind of dried up. Let me. I just want to be sure what the time is. Let's see. I mean, there's tackles out there. They want to go with like a Jonah Williams on the right side. Cornelius Lucas is good on either side. George Fant's not a terrible option. Looking at centers, they're all gone. Did Coleman Shelton sign a new deal anywhere? I don't think he did. We got Chase Young still out there. They ain't gonna. At least it's not reported that they would target him. Mike Dana, he's still out there looming. Oh, you got guys like Yannick Ngakoue. Derek Barnett might not be a bad guy to bring in if you're looking for some meat in the middle. DJ Reader's out there, but again, man, I don't know what their cap situation is going to look like after they clear all that. We got Saturday over and under at 4 years for Panthers to continue to have no idea what the hell they are doing. Oh man, I'll go with the under, man. I like to be optimistic. I am picking for the Panthers tonight. Kirito just got a random notey that ML Football follow me on Twitter. Oh, that's funny. Aren't they just an aggregator or something like that? What up, Bootsy? How you doing tonight, bud? Vigilante, thoughts on Joe Milton in Denver if they can't get any of the top 5 quarterbacks? Listen, if you're drafting Joe Milton, you're probably drafting him to play tight end. I say that, and he's gonna be like probably in my top 10 quarterback rankings. I mean, that arm's just so freaking huge. No trades today. No trades. Cam Curl, more of a box slot guy. Cam Curl's more of a box slot guy. All right, well, we're about to get this sucker started, so let's go ahead. Let's hop in there. Might as well give a shout out to the sponsor. You can see it up there. It's Aurora. They're a digital security app. If you like VPNs or if you don't like scammers and spammers, getting your personal data, then check it out. If you use the link in the description, they give you a 14-day trial, which that's great. Get your stuff in order, and if you don't want to keep it, then cancel it. Or if you're like, hey, I kind of like it, I like having all my passwords encrypted, then shoot. You can keep them for $12 a month, but it is a free 14-day trial. If you use the link in the description, it'll ask for a referral. If they don't got me up there, just hit email. All right, so we got Caleb Williams going to the Bears. We got Drake May going to the Commanders. Nothing too unusual here. Let's see what happens with the New England Patriots. Kirito gonna get a Rocket Money sponsorship. Man, I should hit up Rocket, huh? I use Aurora as well, and that's pretty dope. But like Rocket Money's, I like Rocket Money quite a bit. I like Rocket Money quite a bit. Just being it helps me plan my finances. What more can I ask for? Yep, Chauncey Gardner Johnson, he's back. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Andy apologized. That's wild. Jaden Daniels going to the Patriots. Yep. Why would the Bears take anyone? If they're picking at one, they're taking Caleb Williams. You think they're just going to. Dude, the NFL apparently doesn't want Justin Fields. Do you think the Bears do? And it's a shame. It's a shame because I think there's some value in Justin Fields, but the market's all dried up. There's very few suitors out there at this point. Maybe the Patriots, but I mean, they just spent about $8 million on Jacoby Brissett. Maybe the Vikings, but they also $10 million on Darnold. Marvin Harrison Jr. going to the Cardinals, and then Brock Bowers going to the Titans. They signed Will Disley. And I know people be like, it's Will Disley, but like, I don't know, man. I'm not taking tight end F5. Played this game a couple of years ago with Kyle Pitts. I ain't taking tight end F5. And then we got Malik Neighbors going to the Giants here. Currently refreshing X to see if see any new sign-ins. I don't. All right, let's run over to ESPN. All right, Falcons are up. So Titans, I imagine, took Joe Alt. Rome Odunze getting added to that Falcon wide receiver core with Darnell Mooney and Drake London. Oh, that's sexy. Sexy. Bears take Dallas Turner here. Yeah, I don't see anything new. It looks like the market's quieted down for the night. All right, Jets got the bot pick here. Akiro, apparently teams would prefer to have Fields over other scrubs, but Bears haven't even shopped him per Ian Rappaport. Man, that's wild. That's wild. Ledger. Thank you for the super chat. Give you a little cowbell. Little cowbell action. He says, percent chance Jaden Daniels goes past 2. I would put it at 75%. I think Drake May is a little bit more likely, but there's 25% chance I think that the Commanders would take Jaden Daniels. Saying he sweat next year's second for PS2. Yeah, no way. Ain't happening. That ain't, dude. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one. How do I feel about the Deontay Johnson trade? Really good. I think the Panthers finally something broke well for them because they were out here having to overpay, similar to what the Jags had to do a couple of years. But they had to overpay for some of these players to come their way. But they go out and they get Deontay Johnson for relatively cheap. Saturday, very hypothetical trade comp a team would give for Sam Howell. I imagine Sam Howell goes for like maybe a fifth or sixth. The Panthers gave a sixth rounder and Dante Jackson. Olufishanyu going to the Jets, and then the Vikings, their pick is in. Do I hear a JJ McCarthy? I think I do. I did hear a JJ McCarthy. Landed spots for the Jarius Sneed. I still like the Lions, but I mean, honestly, I feel like the Steelers. You got that. You got the draft capital to do it. Brian Thomas going to the Broncos. There's a new one. I like that. There's a new one. I like that one quite a bit. I'm trying to think of other spots. Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe the Cardinals. I don't even think he fits that well, though. You like him quite a bit to the Lions, so. How do I feel about Brian Burns' new contract? I hope he has a Josh Allen like year this season. Or else that contract's really going to look like, man, we just paid all this money for an edge too. Terry and Arnold going to the Raiders. Kirito. Thank you for the super chat. He's like, the Cowboys are so poverty. Hey, man, I mean, honestly, Jerry Jones should have just shut his mouth. Oh, we're going to be active in free agency. No, you don't have to be active in free agency, honestly. You don't have to be active in free agency. But don't say you're going to be active in free agency and then do nothing. But there's still quality players out there. Honestly, I think the Texans for L'Jarius, like Texans going after L'Jarius Sneed would be super nice. That one just came to mind. All right, we got a couple of picks coming in here. Nate Wiggins going to the Colts. Latu going to the Saints. Jamar Chase. Chase Young is meeting with the Saints this weekend. Or this week. My voice is so low, maybe I should talk to the mic like this. Let me get closer to the mic. I was all slunched back. Running back market has moved. Only decent option left is Deontay Foreman. So Deontay Foreman is a free agent. I wasn't positive of that. I wasn't positive he was a free agent. Jeez, Gojo. I'm trying to break in, dude. Oh, Gojo, you gotta quit holding that Super Bowl over me, dude. I don't care. I don't care about your Super Bowl, Gojo. All right, yeah. Looks like all the movement in free agency is kind of chillaxed for the night. Did this guy block me? No, he did. He did. Okay. He didn't block me. I'll say, man. Don't come at me, man. Don't come at me on Twitter and think I'm gonna be a nice guy. You swing at the prince, you best not miss. Jose, he says, word around campfires that my Texans are in play for another safety. Well, what safety would they be getting? I mean, Jordan Fuller's still out there. He's one I like. Cameron Curl, but I feel like that's more what Jalen Pitre does. Julian Blackman? Perhaps? I mean, I don't know what other safety you would grab. All right, Talanisa Fuaga going to the Seahawks, and then we got Quinion Mitchell going to the Jags. Oh, yeah, Justin Simmons is in the market, too. Forgot about that. Oh, man. Carrie, I don't care if someone blocks me on Twitter. If they can't take the heat, then, hey, get out of the kitchen, man. If you can't take it, get out of the kitchen. But don't come at me. Don't come at me all disrespectful and then get all soft when I bring it back. Oh, golly, dude. Talking over the internet has made people soft. Like, you know you ain't gonna talk to someone like that in person. So why would you do it over the internet? And then get mad when they treat you the same way. Measle, he says, thoughts on Wilson and the Steelers. Do you think it'll be a good fit? I think it'll be interesting. I honestly think they're gonna probably play it off like it's a competition in camp, but honestly, that's Russell Wilson's job, right? It's gonna be his job. So it's gonna be interesting. Nas, hey, Nas Escobar? Nah, this is Nas the Toad in the chat. Says Twitter's usually bots, stands, and trolls anyway. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. What do I think the Eagles' free agency so far? I think it's fine. I think it's okay. Marius Mims going to the Bengals. And we got the Rams up here on the clock. Like, literally, the minute I put my day 2 video out, Jordan Poyer goes to the Dolphins. Neil Hunter goes to the Rams. Oh, hold on. We got something new? Sucker just refreshed. Do we got something new? No, it's just talking about stinking Austin Hooper's deal. I don't care that much. What do you think the Eagles will trade Reddick and Sweat for? I imagine 3rd round picks at the best. As the longer free agency goes, usually the cheaper those guys get, unfortunately. Bo says, so are Dolphins going O-line or DT in the draft after free agency? Free agency loss. Probably. No trades tonight, Cole. No trades. Roquan Davis was an interesting pickup by the Colts. I mean, that's just more defensive line depth. You get a meaty run stopper, but that's about it. Nas the Toad, he says, if you're the Panthers, who do you target after getting a outside speed guy? He's only got 1 year left on the deal. Well, you're going to find out in this draft. Eric, thoughts on Hunter to Houston? Freaking phenomenal. Phenomenal pickup. That was the splash I wanted to see from the stinking Texans. That was it. That's the creme de la creme. That was the big move I wanted to see. Isn't it funny how, like, Minnesota and Houston were just like, okay, well, you could take our Jonathan Grenard. We'll take your Daniil Hunter and call it a day. I think that's kind of funny. Spinning Wheezy, I don't think Sutton's going for a 2. I don't think Sutton's going for a day 2 pick in general. Ryo says, what good move disappointed you the most? Mine is Burns to New York. Not that he won't play well, but defense isn't the problem in New York. Why not focus on that terrible offense? Well, just speaking as a Dolphins fan, I don't like us going out and investing all that at linebacker. Like Jordan Brooks, I get it. Dude's a dog. He's a run stuffer, though. Coverage, but he's a run stuffer. I really like the Anthony Walker pickup. But then following that up with Jordan Brooks, I'd rather just pay one of those guys. So we got Byron Murphy going to the Texans in this one. Hello. Yeah, that defensive line is about to be scary. Jared Verse going to the Rams. Guys, calm down. Take a couple of minutes to think. Jared Verse going to the Rams. We got Jackson Powers Johnson going to the Steelers. J.C. Latham Going to the Dolphins, Cooper DeJean. Going to the Eagles, Byron Murphy. Going to the Texans, Zach Frazier. Kirito, you're a little thirsty for center. Going to the Cowboys, then Kool-Aid McKinstry. Going to the Packers. The Queens sign-in, I think it's fine. It's fine. They get a good linebacker. Good. This is a team that's been looking for a good linebacker for like 8 years now. Good for them. Like, I'm happy about it. And it was relatively cheap. 3 years, $41 million. Honestly, not that bad for Patrick Queen, for a guy that is entering his prime. Sutton on a contract year, or does he have more years? Not familiar with his contract. Let's take a look. Courtland Sutton. I want to say it's 1 more year. Because I thought he could be I thought he was a trade candidate earlier in the year. I also thought he could be a cap casualty. I don't know if I listed him as one. They got him. Oh my goodness. He will go till 2025, but he's likely. This is likely his last year. Like, his cap hit next 2 years is 17 million. He's likely gone after this season. I mean, he's gonna be also turning 30. But he's got 2 years left on the deal. Oh, Eric with a little whoop dat trick. I like that. I like that. Oh, truth matters. What's wrong with the name Kool-Aid? That's a dope name. Not even his biological name. Just his nickname. Favorite fit sign-in? You liked McKinney and Green Bay. Yeah, that was a good one. This is such a feels like a cop out because easy answer for me. It's an obvious one. It's legitimately Derrick Henry to Baltimore. I love that. I love that. The minute you knew that he was gone out of Tennessee, everyone and their mom, I assume, predicted he was going to Baltimore. Real quick, I want to take a look at what were some of the free agent calls I got right. Adonai Mitchell going to the Bills. We got Drazon Newton going to the Cardinals here. By the way, guys, we only got 48 likes. Let's get some more likes in here. Come on. Apparently, I got to have these streams late. We got 200 people in here, guys. If you want late streams, I'll give you late streams. I'm surprised Willie Gay went to NOLA. Thought he'd be a starter somewhere now. I'm surprised he was that cheap. Toto. Nas opinions on Leggett at a USC. You can check out my receiver rankings. Those are did it a couple of months ago. I'm gonna start my final prospect rankings for the 2024 NFL draft. Hopefully this week with quarterback. I got a couple of pro days that went on today. US or South Carolina's, Oregon's pro days went on. So just for my Photoshop the overlays, I'm gonna have to get some of those numbers. So we got Darius Robinson going to the Lions. Don't love that, but I mean, all those corners went off the board. I don't blame you. Chop Robinson going to the Ravens. All right, let's take a gander. Baker Mayfield going back to the Bucks. That was an easy one. Didn't really get any of the quarterback. Yeah, I didn't really call any of the quarterback ones, dude. Jameis Winston going to Cleveland. Hello. Running back one, though. I mean, again, Derrick Henry. That was such an easy one to project. I did think a lot of these guys were going to head back. Like, I didn't think the Giants would let Saquon go. I was a little shocked by that. Don't think I really got any of the running backs either. Well, to be fair, a lot of them are still free agents. Not a lot of wide receivers went. I almost had Darnell Mooney. I was stuck between Chiefs and Falcons. Ended up landing on the Chiefs, and he ends up going to the Falcons. Man, still a lot of receivers out there. like Odell Beckham. We got Calvin Ridley, Hollywood Brown, Tyler Boyd, Curtis Samuel. Noah Brown did return to the Texans, but golly, there's a ton of them, man. Ton of guys. I did say Nelson Aguilar and Demarcus Robinson would go back to their teams. I had Gerald Everett going to the Bears. Called it. Nailed it. What tight end did the Browns bring in? Was it Gesicki? It wasn't Gesicki. He went to the Bengals. I think pretty sure. I can't remember. Commanders brought in a tight end, right? We got Cody. Crazy. Thought after news about Jefferson rejecting $30 million a year, but what if Texans give their first for him? They have the cap space and a better quarterback situation. Oh man, Jordan Jefferson's gonna cost more than a first, buddy. He's gonna cost more than just a first. All right, we got Tyler Guyton going to the Niners, Jordan Morgan going to the Chiefs. Now, what am I gonna do here? The world is literally my oyster. Quite literally my oyster. I really like Ricky Pearsall. Xavier Leggett's fun. Listen, they got Deontay Johnson. Jonathan Mingo's there. Adam Thielen's there. Why not swing on some speed? I'm thinking about Xavier Worthy. I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to go look at this edge class. Oh, there ain't no one there. Yeah, we're probably going Xavier Worthy. Like, let's get some legitimate separators here. I think that's where I'm going to go. A guy that can work inside and out. Like, I think about Ladd McConkey. That'd be fun too, but I think I'm just going to go with that crazy speed. Let's see. Toto is the Panthers moves mean Corbett's career's done? Cause why all the money on the interior with him on the team? Well, you gotta ask yourself, do they think he could play center? Let's take a quick look at Carolina's roster as it stands. And currently they have, at least our lads has Austin Corbin slotted in at center. So I'm thinking they're probably going to play him at center. That's what me thinks. That's what I'm thinking. All right, we got a couple of picks rolling through. As we got, holy moly. So we got Keon Coleman going to the Patriots, and then Trey Benson. That's an interesting one. To the Cardinals. Cole, he says, do you think that after the top 3 wide receivers, the other wide receivers fall during the draft, given the depth of the class? I think Brian Thomas is probably going in the top 20, and we'll probably still see 1 or 2 go in the first, I think, potentially. Measles, do you think Cooper Beebe can play right tackle, or is he specifically a guard or center? No, he's a guard. He's not playing center. He's a guard. He played tackle. He played left tackle early on at Kansas State, but the dude ain't playing it in the NFL. His feet don't move like that. Grant Barton going to the Commanders, by the way. Jose Hunter's getting $29.5 million year 1, and the rest year 2 with some incentive. Yep, he had what, 48 million of his 49 guaranteed. Augustin, do you think the Bears should go get themselves Eric Armstead? Why not, honestly? When in Rome. Cody, I'm just saying because Jefferson might not want to be in Minnesota anymore, and if they don't get a valid quarterback, at least get something for him. Yeah, but they could still franchise tag him. I think. Like, what's his contract? He's not on the franchise tag yet, is he? Oh, he's currently in his 5th year option, so they could slap him with a franchise tag next year. So I would just still be trying to get that deal done. All right, so we got Ennis Rakestraw going to the Chargers here at 37. I mean, honestly, I don't mind Trey Benson in the top 50. I think he's the only running back worth the top 50 selection. Truthfully. Truthfully. Here, I'm still running through some of these bits, dude. I'm so mad that I essentially so Jonah Jackson and Graham Glasgow. You could go back to my landing spot video, and you can see where I mixed this sucker up. I had Glasgow getting signed by the Rams, and then Jonah Jackson staying with Detroit. It ends up being vice versa. Freaking wild, just absolutely nuts. Uh, d- d- let's see. Biotish, I had going to the Commanders. That was easy. I had James going back to the Raiders. That was another easy one. All right, so here's my next pick. I do want to take a quick look here. Probably don't want to go there. I'm not taking a tight end. Thought I'd just take a gander at the class. The corner class is good here. I really like TJ Tampa. I think he'd be a good fit for Evero's defense. Pair him up with Horn. And hopefully Horn could stay freaking healthy, man. Let's take a look at edge. Hopefully they could sign like a Chase Young. Hopefully. Yeah, I think I'm going with TJ Tampa though. He's much higher on my board than I guess the consensus. We got Cole Snipes. Do you think, given Mason McCormick's arm length, it could be a rare occurrence of something like Braden Smith, where guard moves to tackle? He's definitely athletic enough to do so. Yeah, I mean, he can do that. I'd still view him as a guard, just with the potential to play tackle, just because he's played guard his whole career. Eric Douglas, you say, do you have a running back who has a 2-round grade for you? It's going to be Trey Benson. Trey Benson's a stud. Roman Wilson, would he be a good replacement for Deontay Johnson? To be honest with you, man, I think Ricky Pearsall is a good replacement for Deontay. Like, I just have no faith that Roman Wilson could play on the outside, like, consistently. We just saw Chris Braswell go. I did call Aaron Brewer to the Dolphins, and that makes me sad because I personally didn't want it. Did Coleman Shelton sign with anybody? Not contract. No, he hasn't signed anywhere yet. Okay. I thought he might have been back with the Rams. Okay. Chris Braswell going to the Commanders. We got Christian Haynes going to the Packers, and then Tavondre Sweat. Vikings get some meat. I like that. I like that. What up, Hey, Micro Mike, how you doing, buddy? Hopefully you're having a good day, my friend. DJ Reader is expected to visit the Lions. I like that. That's the meat the Lions need in the middle. Hopefully he can stay healthy because he is phenomenal when healthy. I did have Daniil Hunter and Brian Burns going different places, but missed on the teams. I think this edge group, essentially, I just kind of missed everywhere. Dude, I should have had Dorrance Armstrong to the Commanders. That was just so obvious. I just thought they were going to try to really get one of those top guys. Almost had Van Ginkel to the Vikings, though. Ooh. Knew Chris Jones was going back. I don't really think I had Daquan Jones going back to the Bills. Adisa Isaac going to the Atlanta Falcons here at, was this 43? Grover Stewart going back to the Colts. That one was easy. Linebacker, I just kind of whiffed on. I thought the Texans would go out and try to get Luvu. I mean, I honestly I nailed these guys that ended up returning to their team. Just nailed that. Kenny Moore, again, man, it's so easy to call these guys who would return to their squad. Just the landing spot for all these other mother truckers, dude. Yeah, Xavier McKinney was a pretty obvious one to the Packers, though. All right, we got Cole. He says, "Do you like Jeremy Chin to the Colts, given his RAS score?" Jeremy Chin is with the Commanders. Where do you see Devin White going? Golly, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh man, because like, what is he gonna go to a team that is gonna try to just utilize that blitz and upside and play him as an edge? Because then the Cardinals could be a spot. Yeah, Jeremy Chin went to the Commanders today on a 1-year deal. Eric, do you think Verse Latu could fall to the Texans? It's the NFL draft, man. Good players fall. Las Vegas Raiders taking Michael Penix Jr. And we still got Bo freaking Nix on the board, man. I don't know why people hate Bo Nix. I don't know why people hate Bo Nix like this. Oh, Devin White had a visit with the Raiders today? Okay. The thing is, man, I'm giving Devin White like a 1-year deal. Like, hey, just come out here and let's see what you're going to be doing for us. Kingsley Sue Matea going to the Saints. Do you think, given the history of Colts rebuilding through the trenches, they take JPJ? I don't think they do that in the first. I honestly think it's corner or Brian Thomas. Kind of where I'm at. All right, Colts with this selection, they're going with Braylon Trice. Real quick, let me give a shout out to the draft guide. If you're unfamiliar, yes, I have my own draft guide. It's a nice Google spreadsheet where I keep track of all my rankings and big board. Just whipped together my big board with all my draftable prospects. Got 174 players, I think, on that big board right now. But obviously, I got a lot. I got other players with gray, like with evals, that are just I haven't put on the big board yet because I have them as UDFAs. Is what it is. I think I got over 450 players with full evals. But hey, it comes with. I keep tabs on all the combine and pro days. I have analytics, important analytics for each position from last season. I'm just started working on comps and whatnot. So if you want to look at my full rankings, full big board, if you want to know every player your team drafts, it's a great purchase. $30. Go to PayPal, go to Venmo. Send me $30. Send me your email. It's a Google spreadsheet. So kind of need your email if I'm going to share that sucker with you. But great way to support the channel. Let's go ahead and get back to this sucker because we have a few picks in. You have no idea how glad I am happy to see Luvu go. Bro was just an absolute douche. I don't cuss. For 2 games a year. Venbro? Oh man, that's funny. Xavier Leggett going to the Steelers. Oh man. You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. So we got Ricky Parasol going to the Giants. That's fine. Troy Franklin going to the Jags. Kamari Lassiter going to the Bengals. Cooper Beebe going to the Eagles. That's just another guard, though. Just more guards for the Eagles. They got more guards than they know what to do with. Then Xavier Leggett going to the Steelers. Thoughts on Cedric Gray? I'll talk about him in my linebacker rankings. Like, he's fine. Good run stuffer. Solid athlete. But honestly, at the end of the day, nothing real special. Like, honestly, this linebacker class ain't all that wild. Like, it's fine. It's got some guys, but a majority of these guys are day 3. Oh, that is high quality H2O. Oh, 6 Burr. You like Corley? I like Corley too, dude. But you gotta get real creative with him. If you're gonna really tap into his full potential, you gotta get creative. Giants took Neighbors in the first. In my opinion, 2 wide receivers isn't the move. Yeah, probably not. Do you like Patrick Queen signing for the Steelers? Yeah, I think they got him at a good price. You're getting a guy entering his prime, and it's only 3 years. I mean, the Steelers been struggling, desperately looking for that linebacker to have in the middle, and now they got their guy. That's great. Do you think Diggs will be a Bill at the beginning of the season? Yes. We're always saying this about Stephon Diggs, dude. That's just who he is, man. Bo Nix to the Rams. I mean, at this point, that's just good value. And then the Philadelphia Eagles, they're on the clock. They're up to the podium, and they're taking Peyton Wilson, linebacker. Devin White to Seattle makes some sense if it's cheap deal because of how McDonald uses linebackers. Yep. We got Measle. How bad do you think Kitchens falls after his rough combine? I don't think he falls out of day 2, but I could see him mid to late 3rd round. I will say I've moved quite a few safeties ahead of him. Miami needs to solidify the guard position badly. Yeah, we do. Hey, we're bringing back Robert Jones, though. That's cool. Cole, he's like, thoughts on Jerry and Jones from Florida State? His Raz is the highest of corners. Does he go earlier than people think? I think he's probably a 3rd rounder. And he had his best season this past year in the slot. Yeah, he could play on the outside, but his best year came in the slot. I still look at him like he's probably a slot guy who could give you that versatility on the outside. I don't want to take Zach Zentner in the 2nd round. Thought about taking Edwin Cooper to pair up with Patrick Queen. I think it would be the best linebacker core in the league. Well, Eichenberg, get Eichenberg out of here, dude. Bradley, Eichenberg don't count. If he is anything more than depth for the Dolphins, we're in trouble. I think so. I don't think Edwin Cooper's the guy you want to pair up with Patrick Queen. Honestly, I think Junior Colson would be better. I think you want because the thing with Patrick Queen, you want to get a guy like Roquan Smith complimented him so well because he was like Smith is able to take on blockers to allow Patrick Queen to just like get into that backfield essentially almost untouched. So you need that guy that could put his nose right there in the action and take on the physicality. Like that's not what Patrick Queen does. Dude's a disgusting athlete. So you got to get that linebacker that that could take on blocks because that ain't Queen. And that ain't Edwin Cooper right now. Ray and Fisk going to the Browns. Does the RAS score matter much for safeties? Looking at McKinley, Hamilton, Simpson compared to people who tested crazy like Darnell Savage. I mean, it can, like, again, with this athletic testing, it's one part of the process. It's one cog in this machine. What up, Still? Welcome back. It's one cog in the machine. Spinny Wheezy. Spinny Wheezy. Man, that's a mouthful to say. Jarvis Brownlee going to the Dolphins, and then Junior Colson going to the Cowboys. All right, go, Joe. I'll let you out, but like, you don't want like a dog water testing score, right? But it's not the end all be all. I mean, what's the easiest way to say it? So when it comes to testing in general, testing should affirm what you saw on tape. If it doesn't, then you want to go back to the tape, but ultimately tape is still keen. Like, I was like, if you're like, man, I thought this guy would test out faster, go back, look at it. Honestly, the league's starting to use these GPS times. They don't really care much about these 40 times. They want to know what these guys are on the field. I mean, we saw it during the combine, during the drills, like the actual field drills where they were just wearing the little chip trackers to see how fast they were going during drills. I mean, dude, Keon Coleman ran a 4.61, but he was the only guy to crack 20 miles an hour during the gauntlet drill. It's kind of that's kind of where the league is moving now, man. They want to see those GPS scores during the game. But ultimately, you look at the test and you hope it affirms what you saw on tape. If it doesn't, then it's like, okay, man, maybe I need to rethink something here. Because, I mean, there are times where it's like, man, if you thought a guy was, like, you thought he was going to test well and he ends up just being absolutely a terrible tester, and then you probably want to move him down a little bit. You're probably like, that probably is not going to work so much in the league. So, I mean, again, it's one piece of the freaking puzzle. It's one piece of the puzzle. Do you like Zach Zentner? Where do you see him going? I think he probably goes in the third round. I like him, but I mean, this guard / center class is just stacked. I should just say guard because Zentner obviously being a guard, but it's a stacked offensive line class in general. Cam Hart just feels like a Colt. That's because he's big and long. Pause. Tip Raymond made a ton of money. He sure as hell did. Logic is Eagles would take a guard just for protection over losing Jurgen to guard. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, let's take a look at these last few picks. Edwin Cooper going to the Bucks, low key, kind of good. We got Tyler Nubin going to the Packers, first safety off the board, by the way, I believe. Okay, how are you gonna do that to me? There we go. Roman Wilson going to the Texans, and then Malik Washington. This is the highest I've seen him going to mock. I don't hate it though. Going to the Bills. Thing is, Khalil Shakir is your slot guy. Ryu, what one trade would you do in the NFL that makes sense? Orlando Brown, Raz score. Yeah, but I mean, the dude was big as hell. You knew Orlando Brown wasn't going to test well, you know? Is Ryman that fast on tape? He is in a straight line. Fun fact, though, Illinois never passed his way. Fun fact, on third downs, third and longs, he was being asked to block. They just didn't take advantage of his potential as a receiver. One trade that would make sense. Like, honestly, I think the Texans, if they're like, hey, if we could get Snead for a second rounder, send it, dude. You think you're going to get a better player in the second round than L'Jarius Snead? Hell no, dude. If that's his price, count me in. I'll throw a fourth, a fifth, whatever day 3 pick you want to get that man. So basically, he is an Iowa tight end. Well, at least Iowa at least uses their tight end somewhat. I mean, Illinois literally never threw to him. Ryman only had 200 receiving yards this past year. Only had 200 receiving yards. Kind of wild. What do you think the Steelers should do in the draft? Are there any more free agents you think they will sign moving forward? I think they should probably go corner or tackle in the first. I mean, there's not really a center in play for them currently in free agency. At least not one that I love. At least I don't think so. Let me go look. Are you really gonna get center that early? Like, I guess Connor Williams coming off the ACL. That one's tough. Yeah, there's really no center in free agency left. Connor Williams is really the only guy. Maybe Coleman Shelton. Maybe that might not be a bad pickup. Honestly. Mike Sainris's still going to the Lions. More slot corners for the Lions? Okay. Patrick Paul going to the Ravens is your heir apparent to Stanley. I think Mahomes is moving money around so they can sign Snead long term. That'd be sick. Didn't they free up like close to 20-some million because of him? Because of the restructure today? Any Marquez Colston type of players? Like big body possession guys? I don't know. I haven't really gotten into my comps for receivers. I just finished up my comps for quarterbacks recently, which I'm not going to lie to y'all. I really like my comps. I had a lot of fun with them. I'll probably move to whatever defensive ranking video I think I'm going to put on next. I'll probably move to that position and start doing comps there. Typically, I wait to do comps because I like to see the athletic testing and the actual measurements because I like to at least get similar body sizes when I do my comps. At quarterback, it kind of matters a little bit less. What was the joke you were saving for the Texans? I don't know what you're talking about, KB Land. Are you making reference to something I said? You're gonna have to refresh my mind. You act like I remember every conversation I've ever had on YouTube. Like straight up. Hey man, we're four likes away from 100 likes. So let's get those likes in. All right, we got Cameron Kitchens going to the Niners, and then Jalen Polk rounding out the second round here for the Chiefs. I'm going to go through a couple of comments real quick and then go through the draft classes. Is Troy Franklin a top 10 wideout for you? Probably. I don't know. It's going to be close. He might not be. He might be like wide receiver 11 or 12. What's up, bro? My bad for joining late. Just got out of work. Hey, man, go make that money, bro. Go make that money. How's the stream been so far? Well, it's been good. Now it's over. Caleb Williams equals Prime Wilson. That's so funny. All right. Oh, you're glad I didn't? Dude, I really like my Caleb Williams comp. And Kirio, I already played that nonsense last year with Bryce Young, where I was like mini Mahomes. Still waiting on that one. But No, I'm really really happy with my comp. The franchise guy had Troy Franklin outside the top 10. That doesn't surprise me. I think I have him in like a midday 2 area. So we're talking late second, early third. But in this wide receiver class, that could be outside the top 10. All right, let's run through this real quick. Let me scroll down, make sure y'all can see. Arizona Cardinals go Jerzon Newton and Trey Benson. Atlanta Falcons go Rome Odunze, Adisa Isaac. Baltimore Ravens go Chop Robinson and Patrick Paul. Buffalo Bills go Adonai Mitchell and Malik Washington. Carolina Panthers, that's me, Xavier Worthy and TJ Tampa. We got Chicago Bears going Caleb Williams and Dallas Turner. Cincinnati Bengals going to Marius Mims and Kamari Lassiter. Oh, got the teammates there. Cleveland Browns go Braden Fisk. Dallas Cowboys go Zach Frazier and Junior Colson. Denver Broncos go Brian Thomas. Low key, I kind of like that one quite a bit, but Broncos need to get a quarterback. Detroit Lions, Darius Robinson, Mike Sainristil. Packers, they go Cole McKinstry, Christian Haynes, and Tyler Nubin. Houston Texans, Byron Murphy and Roman Wilson. Colts go Nate Wiggins and Braylon Trice. Jaguars go Quinion Mitchell and Troy Franklin. Chiefs go Jordan Morgan and Jalen Polk. Chargers go Brock Bowers and Ennis Rakestraw. Rams, they go Jared Verse and Bo Nix. Low key, I really like that one too. Raiders go Terrion Arnold and Michael Penix. The Dolphins go J.C. Latham and Jarvis Brownlee. The Vikings go J.J. McCarthy and Tavondre Sweat. New England Patriots, they take Jaden Daniels and Keon Coleman. The New Orleans Saints go Liatu Latu and Kingsley Sumatea. We got the New York Giants going Malik Neighbors and Ricky Parasol, double dipping a receiver. Jets go with Olu Fashanu, or I think it's Fashanu, actually. Philadelphia Eagles go Cooper DeJean, Cooper Beebe, and then Peyton Wilson. Going for that all-white team, I see. Pittsburgh Steelers, Jax Powers Johnson, and Xavier Leggett. Honestly, I think going center at 20 ain't a bad option if you're the Steelers. But golly, you got to figure out that tackle situation. Who's going to be that guy next to Roderick Jones? The Seahawks take Telenisa Fuaga. 49ers go Tyler Guyton and Cameron Kitchens. Buccaneers go Troy Fatanu and Edrin Cooper. Tennessee Titans take Joe Alt, Lad McConkey. And then the Washington Commanders go Drake May, Graham Barton, and Chris Butteralls. Well, do you see the Chargers drafting Jatavian Sanders, maybe third or fourth round? He hasn't had the best process. Cole saying, all right, like he's Matthew McConaughey. All right. Ruben, I'm glad I found you on YouTube, bro, for real. I'm into all the draft stuff and know all about it because of you. So appreciate it. Hey, easy breezy, my friend. Hey, Kirito. Look at Kirito, dude. And in the chat with a little cowbell. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Kirito. Why not Fields to Seattle? They got Geno. That's the thing, man. I feel like if you're trading for Fields, you probably want to see what you got in him. Wait, you're just gonna trade away some draft capital to get a 1-year backup? I don't think so. If you're trading for Fields, you probably want him to be the starter. So kind of is what it is. The Chiefs, I think the Chiefs got Jordan Morgan and Jalen Polk. But that's it for me tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me. This was a real fun as always. We'll be back again with one of these sometime this week. I'll see when, but be on the lookout for content always coming out. I think we're going to end the week with maybe I'll do a 3-round mock draft. Maybe I'll get real crazy with it. Ooh, me likey. But thank you as always. On your way out, if you could hit that thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. But who did the Patriots get, Ruben? They got Jaden Daniels and Keon Coleman. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, or maybe I'm just making it up. But as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.